Hello everyone, my name is Daybird and welcome back to Wander No More. I have my dog in here, but I don't know if she wants to stay in here or not. Clover? Clover, you want out? Out? You want out? Do you want out? No? You want to go lay down? Go lay down? Go to bed? Go sleep? Sleep? She's just staring at me. I took her on a walk today while it was raining, and then I had to come home and give her a bath right away. It was fun. She got so wet. She found a squirrel on a tree, and she was like barking at it and trying to. She almost like started climbing the tree too. It was kind of cute. She's like a little bear. Anyways, after Chio grabbed a basket to fill with food, the two of us entered the forest. Despite knowing the path, I followed Chio as she led the way, trailing close behind while silently smiling to myself. In truth, there was no reason for me to be smiling. I was quickly becoming alienated, arguing with my daughter, and aware of an imminent threat on the village. Nonetheless, when I watched Chio once again, joyful and full of life, I couldn't help but smile. While I dislike arguing with Chio, in this case our heated exchange seems to have done some good. Yesterday Chio would barely speak to me, now we're strolling through the forest together. Apparently a bit of communication was just what we needed. Chio and I avoided parts of the forest in which the boys and I had laid traps. We had set traps further into the forest than we were hunting, and made them large enough to snare an adult male. My neck hurts. With that in mind, Chio and I remained vigilant, careful not to get skewered by our own protection.
Okay, we're almost at the river.
Okay.
You remember the way from here, don't you?
No.
I do indeed.
Oh.
Thank you for guiding me this far.
Oh, God.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
I'll be close by, so just call out when you're done.
Will do.
Will do.
Don't stick too close by, though. I'm actually quite shy, you know?
What?
Of course. I'll make sure to... wait, what was that?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Don't be ashamed. I know you've peeped on me while I was bathing before.
There's so many things wrong with what you just said. I hope you realize that. I hope you realize that, Koichiro. The fuck, whatever, stupid name. Stupid name. Stupid name, the man.
But you're too old to bathe with Papa, so please refrain from doing so.
And you just made it worse by, like, a million.
Are you insane? I never tried to peep on you.
Oh my god.
If anything, you were the one trying to peep on me.
Oh my god, can you just stop? Stop. Stop.
That's not how I remember it.
Cease. Cease. Fucking cease.
Obviously, your memory is deteriorating in your old age, you perverted geezer.
Okay, that's funny, but still. Cease.
Ouch. Who are you calling an old geezer?
Cease.
I'm only 24, you know.
Oh my god. Cease!
Then act your age. Shut your mouth and wash the sweat from your body.
Don't. Cease.
Call for me when you're done, and you better be fully clothed.
Oh god damn. Tired of our banter, Chio walked in the opposite direction of the river. She didn't stop, nor did she cast another glance my way. I was on my own once more, and until I had finished bathing, Chio would not grace my sight. Oh my god, why? Why would you put dialogue like that in a game? Why? What is it with this whole fucking Papa thing? This, God. What the fuck is wrong with people? Taking the time to thoroughly clean my body. I wound up bathing for far longer than planned. Occupied with the drama invading Hatsu Village, I hadn't been bathing as often as I should, so it was overdue for a proper cleaning. More so than that, however, I simply wanted to take the chance to think everything through, free of any distractions. If there's one thing that hasn't changed between my life in the city and my life in Hatsu Village, it's that a bath is the best place to forget your worries. Alone, floating in the water, away from any of the strife that plagues you amid your daily life. Whether you're in a bathtub or drifting down a river, the feeling of freedom does not change. Why would you want to be drifting down a river, though? I'd feel pretty afraid of that. Unless it was like, you know, you were rafting. I love river rafting. Just, I don't want to fall asleep while I'm river rafting, because then I would die. However, now that I've had the time to clear my head, I realize that there's work to be done. First, as Chiyo insisted, I must speak to the Keihai boys. Whether I was right or wrong, I must make amends, lest they disobey my orders and get themselves killed. Next, I will speak to the villagers one by one and take the time to personally explain our predicament, who the Kotokushi are, and what to expect. Finally, I will organize rotating surveillance teams such that we will see the enemy coming, no matter when or from what direction.
Chiyo-chan, I'm out of the bath now.
Please shut the fuck up. Don't ever say that. Don't talk. You know what? Just don't talk at all. Just don't talk at all. Just shh. You know how you move your mouth when you want to talk? Just don't do that. Just don't. It'll solve all the problems. Feeling like a great weight had been lifted from my shoulders, I gleefully called out to Chiyo, who was foraging close by.
Ko? What's wrong? Did you slip and hit your head?
I wish he hit more than that.
Oh, don't be like that. I was just calling out to my precious daughter.
Oh, you ruined it! Oh! Someone kill this character, please! Stop! Cease!
With honorifics and an infantile tone?
It's not okay. This is not okay. None of this is okay. This is not okay.
Well, you always used to complain when I just called you Chiyo, and my voice is...
Don't explain. Just act like your usual creepy self.
At least you're calling him creepy. At least you're honest. At least she's self-aware. Ouch again. First I was a perverted geezer, now I'm a creep. Oh no, you've always been a creep. I'm getting quite the bad reputation here. And it would be right. It's well deserved.
Alright. Creepy Ko it is.
Oh god.
So, scrounge up something interesting for lunch?
Interesting might not be the word for it, but you'll definitely be able to eat your fill.
Oh no.
I've got persimmons, apples, pears, you name it.
Prompted by Chiyo's claim, looked down into the basket at her feet.
That's quite the haul. You really worked hard for Papa's sake.
Oh, stop! Cease! Cease! Cease!
Who said this was for your sake? I'm not going to start starving myself.
I need some holy water. I'm not even religious. I need holy water to cleanse myself of this game's creepy-ass dialogue. Ugh.
Besides, I wanted to make sure we had enough for dinner too. So it's not like I gathered more than usual.
Chiyo hurriedly denied my accusation, her face flushed the entire time. No matter how long we spent together, Chiyo would never admit to doing something for my sake. And thanks to my teasing whenever she did, that was unlikely to ever change.
Okay, I understand. Let's head back to the village and eat together. I'm famished.
Me too. I haven't been foraging as much these past few days, so I could really use a sizable meal.
Oh my god.
And maybe after we eat, you can apologize?
Very subtle, Chio. But don't worry. While I won't take back what I said, I will apologize for the manner in which I spoke. I want to get along with everyone just as much as you do.
I knew you'd come around.
Oh wow! Yay! It's not really a good thing.
Make sure to tell me when you go to apologize. I want to see Ko on his hands and knees, begging for forgiveness.
That's kinky, and I don't appreciate that.
I'm not that sorry.
Huh. How long have I been recording? 10 minutes? I'll record a little bit more. As Chio and I encroached upon Hatsu Village, the forest's usual ambiance suddenly died off. Although nothing appeared to be amiss, I could feel something strange in the air, a disturbance I couldn't quite put my finger on, a disturbance in the forest. Something about the forest had changed, if not physically, then in a more discreet manner. Someone farted. I looked over at Chio, who walked along as happily as ever. If she noticed something too, she wasn't letting on. Chio simply continued to stroll through the forest without a care in the world. But Chio's behavior was not enough to convince me that I was wrong, nor was I about to pin my hopes on her ability to sense danger. We're nearing the village now. If there's danger afoot, it mightn't necessarily be in the forest. But the only danger that comes to mind is what I've been preparing for, an assault by the Kotokushi. I couldn't see any sign of them in the distance as I looked towards Mirai earlier, and I haven't been in the forest long enough for such a distance to be covered. Could the threat be internal? None of the villagers were violent or unpredictable. The likelihood of one of them posing a threat or lashing out was minimal. Nonetheless, there are 4 blades in my home, not to mention the tools I use on a daily basis. If someone were to snap under pressure, violence may be imminent.
Ko, are you feeling alright?
No.
You've been quiet for a while now.
I looked down at Chio, uncertain how best to answer your question.
Honestly, I'm not sure. Chio, does something feel off to you?
Off? What do you mean?
I don't know. I suppose it's a sense of impending danger. Samurai are trained to sleep with one eye open, figuratively speaking. We have a keen sense for when something is awry.
Are you sure you aren't just being paranoid? There's no danger around here. We all...
And then she dies. Oh. Chio stopped mid-sentence and began to sniff the air. I followed suit, paying more attention to the scent than I had before. And the moment I did, a horribly familiar scene played out before me. Oh my god. Hatsu Village in flames once more. The moment Chio spied the village, she dropped the basket in her hand and stared blankly at the flames. She froze, completely devastated as she watched history repeat itself.
Chio, go back to the forest. Do not come out until I say so.
I took charge immediately, but Chio remained despondent. The sight of indomitable flames taking away her home and her friends was too much for her to bear.
Chio, back in the forest, now!
What?
As I shouted at her, Chio finally snapped out of her daze. Her hand shook and she looked from side to side, trying to find at least one villager. However, the only bodies we could see were corpses, torn to shreds without any hope of survival.
This can't be happening. Not again. I can't.
Chio, listen to me!
I can't. I can't.
You can't what?
I can't watch this happen again!
Yeah, go away, God! At long last, Chio ran off. However, rather than return to the forest, Chio headed straight to into the village, towards the Keihai home. Damn it, Chio, this is not the time! Without wasting a second, I quickly followed after Chio. Usually I would outrun her with ease, but after training all morning, I no longer possessed such speed. All I could do was run, praying that I'd find her before the Kotokushi. Those bastards, the second I leave the village, they strike. They must have been watching me, waiting for the perfect time to invade. and in the time I was gone, every one of the villagers was. As I approached the Keihai home, I grimaced at the sight of two painfully familiar corpses. Oh, Zion, each wielding one of my blades. The moment the Kotokushi struck, those two headed straight for my home. The home of Koichiro-sama, the village leader, the person whose job it was to protect them. And when they couldn't find me, they took the matter into their own hands. Filled with both sadness and anger, I took my katana and wakizashi from the two boys. I bit my lips so hard I could feel the blood run down my face, meanwhile clenching each blade tighter than ever before. This kind of senseless slaughter is exactly why I left the Kotokushi in the first place. I left to get away from the bloodshed, to escape the role of a remorseless killer. But now that it's come to this,
Koichiro! Help!
As rage and regret threatened to consume me, a lone voice dragged me back. I turned in the direction from which the voice came, and the moment I did, I realized that my initial fear had been realized.
Oh, look at who we have here.
Oh my god, I hate that voice! Kill it! Kill it! Kill that voice! Whoever is voicing that character, kill it! Make it dead! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Ah! Clover, no! Oh my god, my foot's falling asleep. Oh my god. 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 Yes, I'm taking a screenshot. Thank you for asking. Oh my god. 16 minutes. 16 minutes is a good place to leave off. This is a good cliffhanger. Anyways, guys, with that being said, if you guys somehow managed to enjoy this and would like to see more of this game, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!